up the bus because I wasn't recording. Hello to new, hello to old. We're at the Global Lounge Call. And for those of you that are new, I'll give you a brief rundown in terms of how these calls go, what we do, how we do it, all of that fun stuff. And these are our regular monthly touch base calls that really have a couple of different key pieces to it. One of which is, top of the list, for us to continue to visit this idea of joint venturing, to learn skills, abilities, all of those pieces. So we do a little bit of training. We do a little bit of a check-in to see what people are working on in terms of if there's anything in the process of creating their joint ventures, if we can help with. So we always do that. And of course, there's always an opportunity for joint venture invitations, which means if you have something going on in your life, in your world, in your business that you would like to invite people to play with, then this is the time. All right, I'm going to share the screen and I'm going to go through our standard little introduction. Share screen. Doop-doo. And do me a favor, gang, and let me know if you can see that the little smiley JVology face. Yes, we're good? Yahoo, yahoo, yahoo. Okay, so the perfect mix of people, fun, and profit. So the Global Lounge, we always start with a little bit of housekeeping and details and all of those fun, wonderful things. Angelica, all the way from Germany. What time is it over there? Oh, you're muted, my dear.
8 o'clock at night.
8 o'clock at night. Okay, so it's not too bad.
No, timing.
Excellent, that's great. So housekeeping details in terms of things that are coming up and all that fun stuff. Then we're going to do our content, and our content, basically, I'm going to be teaching each of you a simple little strategy that Mustafa, which I hope that he's going to be able to make the call, that Mustafa and I just did. And I've been doing it for ages, but it's great because he's a part of the community and was helping us out with the JVology live events that are coming up. And of course, he's going to attend the JVology Summit as well. And then, of course, after content, we'll do invitations and opportunities. So here's sort of the lay of the land as we're talking about it, is that we're going to get our content examples all the way through until approximately 11:30, maybe 11:35, 36, something like that. Then we're going to move to invitations. Because I'm catching a plane today, I'm going to shift from my laptop to my phone for the invitations part. So just to give you a heads up about how that goes, sometimes we just cannot get the flights that we like around the times that we want. So we must adapt in terms of how that process unfolds. And it's simple, clean, and easy. So our vision, JVology is committed to supporting millions of people to create mutually productive and supportive relationships that benefit absolutely everyone involved. So that means it's a win for our clients, it's a win for our partners, and of course it is a win for us. And we want to always keep that in mind. And just, you know, our theme that you've seen everywhere is that we're better together and that we must collaborate to accelerate both the contribution, our impact, and our income. So that's what we do here. A couple of brief opportunities I want to be really clear with you about is this, and I see that Jane didn't get updated out of there, but that's all well and fine. We have JVology Live coming up in Calgary, September 1st to 23rd, and honest to goodness, if you can like juggle whatever, planes, trains, automobiles, you should get to either the Calgary event or the Phoenix event, which is of course September 28th to 30th. How many of you are already booked for one or the other of those? Kara's in, all right. Angelica, I think I saw your name on the list. I think Christine, you're in as well.
I booked, but I won't come. So do you make a recording?
You know what? In the Calgary event, we are testing something for streaming. But it's at this stage of the game, it's not made public, but we will figure out how to get it for you, my dear.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So, and just to be clear, technology cooperating, okay? Technology cooperating.
Right.
Yes, exactly. So, and also, of course, if any of you want to become a joint venture partner for that, you simply go to the jvologylive.com/partner, get yourself all set up. We have a couple of more live streams that you can send traffic to. You can simply send the people to your list and directly into the web, the website, and they convert. And I'm going to show you a sort of a tip and a trick with that. Now, one other bit of housekeeping that quite literally just got nailed down that is kind of exciting. Has anyone here ever been on the Marketers Cruise? Anyone ever heard of the Marketers Cruise? Okay, I want to tell you a little bit about it because something kind of cool has transpired, which is we are going to be running our next JVology Summit concurrent with the Marketers Cruise. So what that means is the summit is this what I would call high end. It's like invite only, people who are truly ready to JV. You've got your list ready. You've got all of those things, and we always cap it at 30 people. And basically 2.5 days, relationship building, no sales, no sponsors, no nothing. It is really about just meeting the right people and getting deals done. Everybody gets 3 presentations. You get a JV invitation, you get a mastermind time, and you have the opportunity to give a gift to everybody in the room. Super simple, but incredibly powerful process. So here's what we're going to do. It's usually limited to 30. Well, it's still limited to 30, but we're going to run that concurrent with the Marketers Cruise, where there's 400 other people looking for JVs on a cruise ship for 6 days, 7 days. So we're going to do a day on land for our intimate group of 30. And then we're going to get on the cruise ship for a week. So that's January, by the way, 24th. I'll confirm those details. It's like January, no, pardon me. It's January 25th, a day on land. Get on the cruise ship on the 26th, and we're on the cruise ship where we will do 3 or 4 hour segments spread out during the week, where you get to have the intimacy and connection of the 30 people in the summit, and you get access to another 350 or 400 people who are also in the process of working on their business through JVs. Now, I want to be really clear. The 350 plus or minus, they are not as well qualified and as well vetted as the summit people, but they're all people who are moving and shaking and invested on being there. So you'd have a week of time to develop those relationships. And what we teach and how we teach it could be very cool. So we have a wicked deal in terms of the summit and the cruise combined. And if you're interested in that, we would love to have you. One caveat to that is you got to get your rooms handled on the cruise ship, because those cruise lines are like, they got to get shit done way in advance. You have to have that done by the end of September. So if any of you are interested in that, shoot me a note. We'll get you all fixed up and we'll get you taken care of. Okay, housekeeping done? All righty. Now I am going to jump in. So I have a quick question because there's a couple of people who are new, and while I'm doing this, what I would love to do is this, is just have everybody introduce themselves. So who you are, where you're from, what sort of joint ventures are you working on, and I'm going to just call you out to do that in the order that I see you. And Kara, we got you up first. If you would unmute yourself and give us a brief little intro while I pull up our content.
Well, my name is Kara Jensen, and I do marketing campaigns, and I'm now starting marketing masterminds for businesses here in Phoenix.
Nice.
They're a lot of fun. What I'm finding is I'm more of a, oh, this person could partner with this person rather than who could I partner with. So I'm playing connector more than I'm connecting myself. But that's where I'm at.
And if I may just add to that, I think that's fantastic, although it might not be your immediate reward that you're hoping for. When you do enough of those, you are front of mind awareness, and people will be there for you when it's time. So right. I totally understand. Great, cool. Now, who is next on I changed the order there. Jennifer, could you give us a brief rundown?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. So grateful to be here. And I am the author of the upcoming book, Happy in a Heartbeat Now. And I'm launching the Happy Weight Formula, which is an 11-week online course.
Very cool.
That is happening October 4th. So I'm really excited about that.
Beautiful. And are you ready to invite JV partners? Do you have an invitation for us at the end of our call?
I can put something together, yes.
I'm going to suggest you do.
It's like the fire hose. It's all happening at once, and I'm really excited about it. So.
I understand. Fantastic. Angelica.
Yes, I'm Angelica. I'm in Germany. So, and I think I will start to do the whole thing in German, right? Because it's a lot of work for me. So, and I'm in the process of thinking, okay, who can I invite for this wine conversation and cash thing? Mm-hmm. And I'm in the way of, thinking, what do I offer? Like, yeah, to help people to reconnect, people in the spiritual way. And it was a really great gift to be at your place in July. So, and many things happened. So the only thing I could offer is I just have translated my free ebook in English, which is about why do spiritual people have so often problems with money. So, and I could develop a program around that, but and I'm thinking about to create an email list. I have an email list already with 1,400 people or something, but to create an email list for people who would be interested in English programs. So they need to talk English to understand English, so that I could promote some English programs.
Okay. We will talk about that more at the end as if you want to make an invitation about that. Christine.
Good morning, and thank you, Jay. I'm Christine Bennett-Clark. I'm in White Rock in Canada, and I feel like I am on the eternal spinning wheel with that gerbil, but I think I finally landed.
Nice.
I just got a contract to help a business owner figure out how to get more client success for his mastermind students. And so that's what my big thing is. My background, I don't know if you know, Jay, but my background is in academia.
Yep.
And getting student success was my reason for being in any of the positions I was in. So that's what I'm doing now, and it's just all coming together very nicely. The big thing that's coming out of it is what I'm calling a student success digital binder. So you know how, I don't know if you're looking at your news feed or your feeds, if people are asking, where's this, where's that, how do you do this, how do you do that? And I remember from a business program I took a long time ago that if people ask for things like more than 5 times, you've got to systematize it or figure out how to figure it out. So that's kind of what this binder is, digital binder.
Cool. So, if I may make a suggestion to you, if you're on that topic, you should reach out to Jeanette, who runs our lead program. She has set up a whole process for that in Google Drive that maybe you guys could share some ideas with. But that sounds very, very cool. Excellent.
Okay. Well, actually, Jeanette's on my list. What I'm looking for, and I don't know if it's now or later, but what I'm looking for is people like Jeanette that I can connect with just to ask them what's their experience.
Yeah. Okay. Reach out to her. She will absolutely follow up on that. Very cool.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Yep.
Mustafa, brother, just short introduction, who you are, where you're at, what you're working on.
Mustafa from Calgary. I've got a program called Simple Marketing Formula where I teach engineering companies and health clinics how to build and implement a simple marketing plan. That's my focus. The program is 6 weeks long. We've done it 3 times successfully, and that's what I'm working on.
Nice. Just so you know, you and I and a couple of other, in terms of our video, that is our content today. So we're going to be featuring you and your brilliance.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Thank you. I don't know what
our little video and the use of Facebook Lives as a list building and promotional tool. So
awesome.
That's what we're going to talk about. Beautiful. Sure. Marjorie, if you could unmute yourself and tell us who you are, where you're from, what you're working on.
I'm Marjorie Vanderwagen. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, and I am working on learning about joint ventures and how I can utilize it in building my business.
Fantastic.
I'm excited that we're having this seminar coming up because I think there's a lot for me to learn here.
Honestly, it's going to knock your socks off. Just straight up.
I'm excited.
Very cool. Melissa.
Hey, so I'm Melissa. I'm from New Brunswick, Canada.
Yay, Canada.
So I'm a productivity coach. So I do one-on-one coaching sessions with clients, and I've been playing with Mastermind for a while before I landed on your Mastermind to Millions. So I'm going through the Mastermind Essentials right now.
Nice.
And so on my plate is revamping my Mastermind programs for next year. And I'm also working on a JV with a fellow EQ coach that I found also in New Brunswick, refocusing on team coaching. So all very exciting, but also very scary. Stuff.
Well, we'll do our best to calm some of those nerves. All right, Ms. Mary Frances.
Hello, I'm Mary Frances. I'm in Calgary, Alberta, and I just popped on, so I'm assuming this is just an intro moment?
Yeah, exactly. We got some new folks, some old folks, and I just want to make sure that we said hello briefly, so at least we had a sense of who's who in the zoo.
Who's who? So I work with women to wake up their sassy, sexy vitality, and I've created a Wild Women's Weekend retreat here in Calgary, Alberta, coming up in October that I am working towards.
Yahoo. Yahoo. All righty. So thank you for the introductions. Please know in terms of content and those sorts of things that these calls are very casual, and they are intended to serve and support you in terms of where you're at, to provide tools and processes and things that work. So if you have a question in terms of what I'm about to describe and show and demonstrate and those sorts of things, then just feel free to ask, okay? Feel free to ask. And I'm just gonna share the screen here, and we're gonna jump through a couple of quick demos. Now, share screen, here we go, so what I want to do first and foremost is say number one, and can you see the screen now? We are at Mustafa's Facebook page, his adorable little person, and then he and I here in a Facebook post. You can see that? Yes, give me a thumbs up if you can, so I know what's going on. Okay. Now, one of the things, and I've spent 8 days in training, consecutive in Phoenix here. And the first 4 days was supporting a dear friend of mine, Jane Powers, with her amazing live event where she absolutely knocked it out of the park. And then I was doing our Mastermind Intensive. Now, here's the thing about this, is that what I discovered and found was that we'll be in the lobby for 8:40. It's 8:22. Okay, I'll be there at 8:40. Just so you know, I'm getting slid notes. It's like what time we have to make sure that we get to the airport. So here's what I discovered, is that many people are still really struggling with the simple ways to joint venture. It's like everybody's still concerned about the size of their list, concerned about this, that, and the next thing, and it is honest to goodness silly. So I just wanted to share with each of you one of the simplest, easiest, most powerful ways to do a simple joint venture. So here's what transpired, is that, so my dear friend Mustafa interviewed me about joint ventures, and he asked a series of great questions, and we simply did a Facebook Live. Now, Mustafa, I don't know if you did this with Be Live or not, because I was going to demo Be Live for people just so they would get a sense of that as well. But do you want to just your software for this?
I did not do it live on Facebook. I could have done it through Zoom, but I did not.
Okay. So I'm going to show you guys a way in which that happens. So we pre-recorded this on Zoom, and then you posted it afterwards. Yes.
Yes.
Got it. So here's the scenario is that if you want to do just something simple and easy, so you can see that he did a little post, business owners, if you want to add a zero to your revenue through joint ventures. So he did his entire little piece. Jay is an upcoming event, gave the dates. His affiliate link is here in terms of anybody who is going to then purchase, so they can go to the page, they can go and find out about the JVology roadmap. It provides a ton of value. And in this process, this works wonders. And every single time I talk to somebody, it's like, I'm not sure where to start. Here's the answer, is that you should be starting with a series of Facebook Lives with a call to action that actually drives people to take action upon your offer. Now, here's the thing about this. It doesn't need to be long. It doesn't need to be hard. It doesn't need to be complex. All you need is an affiliate link and Facebook. That's it. And if you're concerned about the size of your list or any of that stuff, just absolutely 100% let that go, okay? Let that go. We need you to start, and that is the most difficult or challenging part to this. So a couple of tips and tricks. So number one, what I really appreciated about this is that I was in the middle of actually consulting at an event. So a Facebook Live and those sorts of things was not going to be exactly handy. In fact, I think we ended up starting like 7 minutes late because I had to run halfway across the thing because the conference Wi-Fi was shitty. So thank goodness for that. However, if you're going to do something like this, you've got to decide based upon your availability, your JV partner's availability, all the rest of it. If you can do it as a Facebook Live, Facebook will give it a significant priority in their algorithm. So a posted video versus a Facebook Live video, the Facebook Live video, generally speaking, will get about 10 times the exposure as just a simple posted video. Crazy, I know. So here's what I want to do is I want to show you how many of you, and I can't see if you're muted, but how many of you are familiar with BeLive, a tool used for scheduling Facebook Lives? Just raise your hand if you know what I'm talking about. Okay, not so many, or at least not so many that I can see in terms of how this is. So I'm going to show you a free and powerful tool, and just follow along here. We're going to pop that open. BeLive. And by the way, if you're going to utilize it, there's a free and a paid, same as sort of anything. But it is BeLivetTV.com. So I'm just going to copy this. I will put it in the chat window so that you guys can go and grab it and see chat. And in BeLive TV, and this is something that is simple and easy like crazy. Look at that, 429 million engaged viewers. So the thing kind of works. So you can simply, what BeLive does, by the way, Maston Kip, too funny. What BeLive does is it allows you to schedule a live broadcast and let people say, I'm interested in that live broadcast, to make sure that they are going to be notified. So when we're going to set it up, and let's just imagine that we're going to set up an interview. By the way, so you can do your solo, you can do an interview. I'm talking particularly about interviews because I want you to interview one another, and I want there to always be a shared link, a way for you guys to list build, a way for you guys to share information, all those sorts of things. Kara, you were saying as I'm doing connections for a bunch of people. Sometimes it's just as simple as you are the hub. So all of the people that you're connecting to one another, interview them and make sure that you've got an affiliate link. And then when they go off, you still have an income stream, even though, so like that, I honestly often like that better because I get paid for not working as opposed to being referred to me where I have to work. That being paid for not working is a nice thing. Okay, so you get to schedule it. And here's how simple it is. Just, quit it. Start broadcasting, I'm up here. So that's still, so you select which one you want, solo, interview, talk show. Hit the solo, and this is what transpires here. First and foremost, where are you going to broadcast it? Now, I'm going to give you a suggestion, and this is one of the pieces. If you're doing this for JV income, if you're doing this as a JV split, then I'm going to suggest that you virtually never, or your call, you can see, broadcast it on your own timeline. You always want to broadcast it from your business page. And the reason you want it from your business page is that if the interview is really strong and really excellent, you can then boost that post or market that post or advertise that post or that interview and that video to select audiences in your group or in your tribe. So this is the text where you say, this will be great. You can even, by the way, in this text say, my friend Mustafa has a special offer. You can check it out in advance. So you can actually put the link here, www.greatoffer.com. Then it says create a scheduled Facebook Live. And then you simply select the time that you want to go live. Put your email in. I'll delete this post after. Actually, I'm not going to do that because there's another key piece I'm going to show you because I don't want to actually create a make work project for myself. And you can, of course, add your branding afterwards if you've got some particular colors and those sorts of things. It's simple, clean, easy to set up. Put your email in, create the broadcast. Done. Now, I guess I should do this. So go here. For teaching only. 11:45, so we'll do that. JVology. And done. So we hit create broadcast. Now, once we do that, it takes us to this page here. And here's what you have to know. I'll just say finish. is that you must get this link to whoever is going to be your guest. You cannot start your Facebook Live without this. Okay, they have to be online for this to occur. And if you're late, so let's imagine, here we are, we're scheduled. I don't know if you guys can't see it, but I'm getting 8,000 messages about it right now. So what transpires is that you have to start the broadcast within 2 minutes of your time, or Facebook says you missed it, too bad, so sad. So you got to be really meticulous about your timing. You send this link to your guest, and in that process, that's it. Connect your camera. I'll actually do it so you can see. It did let me. And we're ready to go. Now, what happens is, and I'm going to jump back over to Facebook so you can see it. So if I jump back over to Facebook, I go to the page, not my personal, over here, my business, because I want to be able to promote this afterwards if I so chose. This is what you will see when it loads eventually. And you can see, obviously, I did this with Jane. I did this with Mustafa. I've done it with a whole variety of other people. Scrolling. Bear with me one moment. It does not written. Can I go past it? Oh, here it is. Duh. I scrolled right by it. See, example for teaching only. Today at 11:45. Now, anyone who's on the page who's interested in this, if you click Get Reminder, they'll get a little messenger note a couple of minutes before you go live. Now, what this does, because most of the time when lives happen, it's like, hey, Bob went live. And if you happen to catch them, you happen to catch them. But what this does is this builds the audience ahead of time. And you can, by the way, take this, share this in a multitude of other pages. So, by the way, which I'm going to show you another very cool tool for getting the most out of this. But that ensures that you get the viewers to the actual interview. And if you're going to go through this entire process of doing a promo piece using Facebook Live as a JV exposure tool, you want as many people on the initial call as possible, because that engagement helps. The more the engagement is there, the more comments are there, the more likes that are there, the better it is when you go to promote the post afterwards, if you so choose to do that. So I just want to make sure, are we all on the same page? Are there any clarifying questions about that very simple process?
Yeah, Jay, just a couple maybe further questions. How early can you put this intro one up? Like how far in advance of the event?
That's a great question. I know that one time I tried it and it was too long, and that was like a month out. So generally speaking, so I don't know the exact date. Just try it, but you can do a week, 10 days. I know that for sure, because we've done it a bunch of times.
But for when you like, I'm not sure if this is the same question, but like if I put, you're waiting for your guest to come on now, right?
No.
So how like in theory, you haven't given actually don't have a guest, but so this one is going to start at 11:45. Could I open this actually link to my Facebook page at 11:30 and like give it 15 minutes where it's like this preview? Do you understand what I mean?
Not entirely. So here's what I want you to, if I did understand, I'm going to try and answer, and if that's not it, redirect me, okay?
Okay.
So this thing here, this post, you could have up for a week ahead of time.
Oh, okay, that's my answer.
Yeah, so put it up a week ahead of time. Promote it, send emails about it, all those sorts of things, so you can actually drive people to it. It's up a week ahead of time. Does that make sense?
And you can pin it to the top.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, okay. Okay, yes, that's what I wanted to know. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, do it a week ahead of time and actually promote the darn things. Go to town. Okay, so that's point one. Any other questions about that? All good? Okay, now, how many of you have, I'm just going to close this for a brief moment. How many of you have your business page, then you have a multitude of other pages? So you've got a group that for JV, you got a group for a course you went to, you got a group for Wild Women, you got a group for, just raise your hand if you've got a bunch of groups. Okay, Do any of you get pissed off, as I did or do, about it's like, I don't even want to post something because it's going to take 4 years for me to get into all of the other groups, and I'm not going to do that. And literally, I stopped doing videos and posting because I was just pissed off. It was never in the right spot, and I didn't have time to copy and paste, and then the thing wasn't in the right spot. It was just, I hated it. Raise your hand if you know what I'm talking about. Okay, let me show you the solution to that, which I'm slightly in love with. And it is something called Live Leap. And give me one momento to get over to good old Live Leap. Open my vault. Okay, it's just loading here. Give me one momento. And then, gang, as soon as I show you this, I'm going to have to shift to my phone and we're going to do invitations. But I've got to, I have to be able to share my screen for this. Share screen. Okay, so the name of this software is Live Leap. And I think it's like $49 a month or something like that, which, you know, I don't know about you guys, but I'm also not that keen on the, you know, monthly. However, in this case, it is worth every penny of that and a whole lot more just to help manage my sanity. So I'll put the link there. And I should, just to be clear, in both of these cases, I'm not affiliates. These are just tools that I've fallen in love with that have helped me actually utilize this particular strategy really well. So what Live Leap does is it syndicates your posts from one page to a multiple of groups. So this is my dashboard history. I want to go to my route manager. And you can have as many routes as your little heart desires, but here's basically what it does. Is I can go from my personal page, and when I do a video for my personal page, it will go to 13 Facebook groups, 1 Twitter account, 1 email list. You can even have your SMS list engaged and a website. If somebody's visiting your website, the little pop-up says, hey, Jay's going live right now talking about JVology if you want to join. So what happens is, instead of this whole repurposing and copying and pasting, is that we end up with an entire distribution channel from a single source. So I have my personal page to JVology and all of those pieces. Now these I do because my personal page gets more interaction, but I can't promote these posts afterwards. They're just a post, it's up, it's done, there's nothing else I can do with it. However, when I do it from my business page, which again, if you looked at this whole thing, so 1 Facebook business page, 13 groups, 1 Twitter account, and 1 website. I shoot the video and it syndicates absolutely everywhere. And for the love of God, if you're going to go and use this strategy and you have a multiple number of groups, this is the way to make it work. Now, okay, I'm going to have to dash. Are there any questions about this? And what I want you to just understand is that you don't have to make that a make work project, and you can get that stuff to work. Here's one little kink to this. And I'm going to go back to what you were showing me earlier, or what I was showing you earlier, pardon me. I'll get that correct, at Mustafa's page. So if you are doing that syndication, here's a link, here's a hint that it took me a little bit to figure out, which is this, that when you're doing it, you have to tell people consistently. It's like, hey, if you can't see the chat the chat discussion below, just click on the video. And then what that does is it takes them from the group. And I might have my JVology group, and it takes them from the group back to the source page where you can interact with the chat. So you just got to remember to say that, because if they're watching in a page where it's being rebroadcast to, they're not looking at the same chat as the source page. So you just got to say, hey, if you're watching this and you're not and you can't see the chat, just click right on the video. It's going to take you over where you can have that conversation. So those are the biggies. Now I'm going to do a little transition and onto my phone. If you have any questions about any of that, that brings us to the end of content. Any questions about using those tools, how it works, what it means?
Yeah, Jay, one question. Could you have added Facebook Messenger bot to your list of postings?
I'm not sure that's on the list.
So they provide you with different options?
Correct.
Oh, okay. So if the Messenger bot was on there, then you could select it.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Correct.
All right. Gotcha.
Jay, I have a quick question.
Yes, sir.
So the interviewee, does he get a special link? And I think you might have covered this in the beginning.
I did, and I'll show you real quick. So the interviewee, you have to copy this link right here and send
it to them. Okay.
And they've got to get connected, and on they got to get connected. They got to get their camera working, and then you can have a chat with them. Does that make sense?
And then yes, and does it have a go live button type of thing?
See this right here? But it won't let you go live. You see, you'll be able to start your scheduled broadcast in 2 minutes, 17 seconds.
Okay.
Not until that actually goes live can you do it, so that there aren't any mistakes and errors and all that fun stuff.
Beautiful. And you say, and if for what I got is there is a link on the video for people to go to the actual live session so they could see the chat.
Correct.
Okay. Perfect.
All right. Now I'm just going to switch to my phone here, gang. So just bear with me one momento, okay? All right. Let's hope that works. I'm closing this, and then we're going to go to invitations. So if you're ready for an invitation, get yourself prepared. I'm going to switch over, and then we're going to chat again. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, we can hear you.
Jay's muted right now, so I don't think we're going to hear him.
Yeah, Jay, you're muted, so.
I don't think he realizes.
Yeah, Jay, you're muted. We can't hear you. Can't hear.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Hello, hello. How are you?
There you are.
Okay, good. We can hear you now.
Okay, so you can hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand how all that works, but that's okay. So who here has a JV invitation? Hello?
Hello. Well, we're not all jumping up, I can tell. I have an invitation, but it's not for a JV, not for a joint.
Okay.
event.
So what's the invitation? Fire away.
Oh, like I said earlier, I'm looking for people who would like to do, that I can talk to do research with. People who have masterminds or subscription courses or programs where they would like to see more success for their students. So I'm looking for people to do research with. And
Okay. Well, so let me broaden this so that we're on the same page, because
okay.
I see that as a collaboration. So to me, a joint venture invitation could be something as specific as I have a workshop, I have a program, I have an upcoming event, I have a special offer or some version thereof. But a collaboration of a request for contacts and sort of things completely fits within the realm. So so if there's anyone here who has programs in that process, then please reach out and connect with Christine. That'd be fantastic.
Thank you.
Well, who else has an invitation or an opportunity that's on the horizon, or perhaps on the far horizon if you're being really proactive?
All right. Well, this is Kara, and I definitely can connect with you, Christine, since I do run a mastermind, give you whatever you need. But most of my masterminds that I have now are in person, but I would like to start something online. So that is something in the future for anyone who interested in marketing masterminds for entrepreneurs or business owners that are reached a plateau and their marketing's not getting them any more business, and they want to venture out and see what else they can do. That's what my marketing masterminds are going to be about, and I'd like to start doing those virtually.
Cool. Excellent. Anyone else?
Hi, it's Mary Frances.
Hello, my dear.
Okay, so I've never done the actual pitch like in public like this, so.
Bring it on, it's time.
Bring it on. Okay, I'm gonna just do something that I kind of learned recently and try it out on you and see how it works, okay? So hi, I'm Mary Frances, and women hire me to soulfully replenish and wake up their sassy, sexy vitality. Because so many women are depleted, dried out, and running on the edge of empty for far too long. So I help women light a fire under their exhausting depletion to soulfully replenish and ignite their vitality. As a result of this, I have created the Wild Women's Weekend here in Calgary, Alberta, October 26th, 7th, and 8th, as an experience to work with women in a deeper way. Bottom line is so that they can live and give from the overflow of their energy with feminine power, purpose, and poise. The event is an early bird special of $197, and it's a $50 JV payment.
Cool. Thank you. So if anyone is interested in that was outstanding. I loved it.
Thank you.
So you'll have lots of practice at JVology Live with that as well. I'm going to be able to recite that before that weekend is over.
Practice it now, but just adding new ways of speaking more powerfully and saying what it is what I'm working with.
I love that. Love that.
So,
all right, gang.
Can I ask, Mary Frances? So what is on the back end of that for the JV partner?
$50 payment.
Oh, I see. Okay, got it. So, and then nothing on the upsell?
I haven't figured that part out yet.
Okay, I got it. Okay.
It'll be the next edition of my.
Your pictures have that. Okay, cool.
MaryFrances.ca/partner to find the page for more information to join me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Perfect. Anyone else?
I can go next.
Okay, go ahead.
Unless someone else wants to go.
No, go ahead.
Go to town.
All right, so my name is Mustafa. For the past 8 years, I've been working with business owners and entrepreneurs, helping them grow and scale their business, and with digital marketing, their marketing plan and what they need to do. So last year, I put together a course called Simple Marketing Formula. We're in 6 weeks, I kind of go over the foundations of their marketing, and in there we work together. So it's got a mastermind component. They learn about the positioning of their product and what exactly they need, what they have, what they don't have for their business. The course we're offering it at $1,000. The retail value is at $2,000. What we're trying for $1,000, and we're offering a 40% affiliate fee to our affiliate partners. The next round we're starting in October, and on the back end, at the end of the course, we're signing them up for our coaching program, and we're offering $1,000 per person that signs up for my coaching program to my affiliate. So I am looking for people that have a list of engineering companies or health clinics, including chiro, physio, or dental clinics, and that is what I am looking for.
Cool. Now, I want to just make sure I understood that, Mustafa, because I think you were saying that it regularly is $19.97, but you're doing it for $9.97, so the initial would be 40% of $9.97. Did I follow that?
No, regular $2,000 we're doing for $1,000.
And then, so it's 40% of the $1,000.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, perfect.
And then $1,000 per person that signs up for our coaching program.
In terms of the second level. Beautiful. Love that. Okay. Anyone else?
Hi, everyone.
Okay, go ahead.
Jennifer Singer here, and as I said, I am doing the beta launch test of the Happy Weight formula, which is a very unique approach to weight loss. We don't actually even talk about weight for the first couple of weeks. So it's geared towards entrepreneurs who want to have more energy, more confidence, and more joy in their life. And with this 11-week program, we're also including an all 3-day all-inclusive weekend to Whistler, British Columbia at the Fairmont Hotel. And also a glam photo shoot will be a part of the completion of the 11 weeks, as well as a retreat over to Harrison Hot Springs. Wow. So this is going to be a huge, really empowering weekend that I am really excited to get out into this world. And as the beta price is only $19.97, at this moment, I have a lot of expenses in that, so I am offering $200. However, the January launch of this program will be $49.97.
Got it. So it's a tremendous opportunity to test it out.
Yes.
Great. Thank you. And I think there was one more invitation that was, I think, starting.
Yeah, Jay, I would like to make an invitation. I'm going to be hosting a online telesummit the first or second weekend of November called Uplevel Your Health, Wealth, and Health, Wealth, and Your Mindset for a New Paradigm. And so I'm looking for speakers with a list of at least 5,000, responsive people on their email list. Who have an offer, so it will be November, so it should be, an offer that, and I will also be, I'll be upselling, I'll be selling the whole package of the speakers. I need people with quality content, and my company is Visionary Yoga, so, but my audience is really a lot of business owners as well as professionals who are looking for wellness, who really want to literally up-level themselves. They're very forward-thinking, many of them New Yorkers. I have a very kind of a high-end program in yoga, so they are mostly people who, who have good income. So if you have, a solid message around health, wealth, personal development, if you have a list of responsive list of 5,000 or more, and if you're willing to promote with at least 2 emails during the promo period of the launch, you can, I guess, what's the best way? Email me or or Facebook ping me. I'm on my Facebook page is Visionary Yoga, facebook.com/Mariko Yoga, MarikoYoga. So. It's my first pitch. Any feedback? I'm sure I missed like 10 points, but I don't have anything in front of me. So.
But you know what? And here's the great thing about this conversation is that this isn't intended to be the the end all be all of all details.
Yes.
This is an invitation for a further conversation. So I love that.
Okay, good. So it's my first go at it.
I'm pleased. Okay, anyone else? Going once? Going twice? Okay, so I want to just do a couple of last minute reinforcements. So first and foremost, here's what I love. We get an incredible range of opportunities and people are out there moving, shaking, and creating, and nothing brings a bigger smile to my face than that. So Yahoo, and congratulations. The next piece to it is this. Is that for the joint venture community to truly and genuinely thrive, is that it isn't always about the requests and the invitation. It is about how we contribute to one another. So from my perspective, if you want partners and you want people to take a stand for you, joint venturing is a game of I'll go first. So who in this community, heck, who outside this community as well for the time being, who in this community could you get behind this week? What would that take? Could you set up with to me, Mariko and Mary Frances, the two of you should be doing something together, get booked on the summit, do a little shared Facebook video thing as we had just outlined to support one another. I mean, and there's a whole bunch of other opportunities here as well, but it's just that if it's obvious, I want you to get behind somebody this week. Get behind somebody this week. I don't know if you could hear when my phone was ringing, but get behind somebody, and I want you guys knocked out of the park. If you can juggle your life in the universe to get to those live events, you will have an opportunity to make those invitations to quite literally every single person in the room. You'll leave with partners, we'll get that stuff taken care of. So on that note, choose who you're going to support, get behind them, have a ton of fun, and I look forward to seeing you all in one of those 2 JVology rooms where to hang out, have some fun, and do real deals business. So that's it. Have a fantastic day, and we will see you all soon.
Jay?
Yes?
Quick question. I saw on Facebook you mentioned to, I think it was Nolda, you said that you were going to send her a video about what we need to bring into that JVology room.
The JVology Summit, the prep video, yes.
Yes.
And
could you please send that to me as well?
yeah, and by the way, everyone who's lined up for the summit, you'll be getting an email with that quite literally as soon as I land back in Calgary.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. And Jay, before you go, I'm going to do that email.
High level, the videos.
Sorry.
Wait, when is the event? Sorry.
One more time, Mustafa, please.
I was going to say, I was going to introduce you to that. My friend Michael, he had some questions about your Phoenix event, and I'm just going to connect you guys so you guys can talk.
That's great. I appreciate that, brother.
Anytime.
I think there was one more question there, gang, and then I'm just pulling into the airport here.
When was that event, Jay? I'm sorry, I missed the beginning, so sorry.
We actually have 3 JVology events coming up. So one is our high-end summit, which is in Calgary, out in the mountains, the 18th to the 20th, so just out by Banff. Then we have our JVology Live, and that is the 3-day foundational training that's in Calgary on September 21st to the 23rd, and then in Phoenix, September 28th to the 30th. And everyone who's on this call, in terms of how you got on this call, you have tickets to those, and we would love to have you there. It's a great way. Like if I was building a summit, I would get you get my butt to one of those 2 JVology live events. You'll leave with your summit nailed down and happening.
I'm going to be in India, but that time, but it's going to be hard to get from India to Phoenix. So, okay, but thank you.
And Christine, I sent you my email in the chat so we can connect on what it is you need.
I'll grab that from there. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, gang. I'm going to jump off the line here because we're just pulling up and security is ahead of us. So continue the conversation, use the Facebook group, and juggle your lives if you can to come to that summit, because the honest goodness truth is, here's how I think of it, is that if what you're doing is going to make you $100,000 in the next 6 months, then do that. If it's not, get your butt to the JVology Live. So do the math fast and then decide. All right, my friends. I got to hustle. We'll take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Jennifer, okay. Jennifer, I'd like to connect with you about doing a Facebook Live.
That would be awesome, Christine.
Yeah, and Mary Frances, I'd like to connect with you about doing a Facebook Live too. So
Okay.
I'll connect with you through private messenger through the group. I'll just PM you.
Okay. Yeah,
and we'll do it that way.
Sounds good. Okay.
That sounds like fun. Thanks very much.
Awesome.
Good luck,
Thanks.
everybody. Good luck, Angelica.
Bye.
Have
Bye-bye.
a great day, everyone.
You too. Wonderful. Have a good evening, Angelica.
Thank you. Thank you. So bye.